Welcome back to the Red Sofa, everyone. Today we have John Torres, lead senior data scientist at Mercedes-Benz. John, great to have you here. Fantastic to have you on the Red Sofa. We just come off a panel discussion about data, and we talked about the quality of data. Just tell us a bit more about how important it is to have the right quality of data within the system and how you actually achieve that.
Thank you very much, Red, for having me here and also for the team. Yes, definitely. Data quality is one of the most important factors that we have in our organization to actually leverage AI and analytics. We have tackled it now, not only from this is a nice to have perspective, but as a strategic task to do. So we have, for example, developed in-house tools to actually monitor in real time data quality, in which we can track different metrics, for example, like data completeness, data transparency, data analysis, so that we can see what are those factors which are actually affecting the business process. This is also goes in hand with the business unit. So we talk to the business units and say, hey, what are the rules you want to define for this data? So that we define them together and say, okay, is this date or is this particular ID which has to be cross-checked or has to be delivered, so that we have a monitoring system that when something is wrong, then it's popping up and say, okay, this report might need to be analyzed because there is some data quality issues out there. So it's now strategically designed for the whole organization. Yeah.
Fantastic. But of course, data is everywhere, internally, externally, along with partners. How do you ensure data governance and good data governance is part of the strategy?
Yeah, definitely. We need to go away from these only bottom-up approaches, because bottom-up approaches were good a couple of years ago, right, in which we were like analyzing different technologies and we were saying, hey, let's check out machine learning, deep learning, or let's check out some analytics. Let's use Power BIs to speed up our processes. And now it has to become a key part of the organization. So at Mercedes, we're actually approaching it top down. So from the management, it has been decided data strategy is part of our core business, is part of our company, and if we want to remain competitive advantage in the world, we need to work towards that together as a whole organization. So we have a structure unit in which is responsible for the whole data governance, and in the different sub-units in the different business domains, so marketing and sales, logistics, finance, and so on and so forth, there are representatives which are working together. So my team and with my bosses and my managers organization are responsible, for example, for marketing and sales, data governance, and we're working together toward defining the framework of how, for example, data has to be shared, which data quality metrics needs to be followed, how data culture and data literacy work across the organization.
And talking of organization, it is important to note that digital transformation relies on organizational transformation. How do you change that culture, change that transformation within the organization, the people side of digital transformation?
Yeah, definitely. So the most important asset in any company is definitely people. So you need to bring your people into the organizational transformation process. You cannot just like impose a change to them, but you need to take them with them. So for example, one of the things that we use is communities. So I am the lead of the data community of marketing and sales. And what we try to do there is to bring IT and business together, which actually we are already now under the same organization, so to say. And what we do is to try to share business ideas, to share tech ideas, to bring them closer together, to basically burn those bridges, which has been, of course, over the years, built. And we need to work together hand in hand so that analytic people, right, so data scientists, data engineers, business analysts can work together with the business colleagues working in the day-to-day processes, so that they can connect and say, hey, what are the problems that you're facing? And the tech people are explaining, this is the tools that we can use actually to make it faster and better. Yeah.
And one of the things, if we get all of that right, the data strategy right, the organizational side right, the governance side right, is having great benefits of done all that work. And we talked about it on the panel discussion. It'd be interesting to get your insights into some of the key benefits of having a good data strategy and a connected supply chain.
Exactly. So at the end, we do all of what we do for the customer, right? So we work for the customer to bring the best experience, to bring the best driving experience, the best shopping experience, the best logistic experience, so that when they are buying a car in our online shop, and then when they deliver the car, they trust that whatever we are delivering and saying is also exactly what is happening. So when you have a cross-sectional data strategy in place and start implementing it, then you see the benefits along the whole organization. In terms of, for example, speeding up also your logistic processes, improving your optimization in the production, right? And then also setting up your processes so that the customers have the best experience when buying, so that they have, for example, AI. We recently also implemented in many of our websites a chatbot in which you can just basically go into the Mercedes web and ask questions. What is the car that I would like to buy? What can you recommend me? And you can get all this information already at hand. And this is connected also with all our systems, so that the idea is that you have the best experience as possible. So that's like just the top of the iceberg of the beginning when you start integrating data. And that's exactly what we want to take our organization to the next level.
Fantastic. Look, some great insights, John. Thank you so much for your time on the Red Sofa. There's lots to do about data, but there's clearly some amazing benefits. Thank you very much, John, for joining us on the Red Sofa. Thank you.